Dance it? Should we go make pair? Let's go to the kitchen. Should we bring some garbage? Are you decent? You're decent. I'm live.
Like who?
I mean, why would you leave the door open?
That's a very good question.
Are you gluing your head on?
Yeah.
It's falling off.
Yeah.
That's the worst when the head falls off.
I'm giving a shit about my scalp, which I never have in my entire adult life. So I'm putting oil in it. And I'm gonna sleep
Wild
with it,
thought. Have you ever had mini dime in your hair?
Minute that? No.
Try. Where are you going, buddy? Do you want to go and make pears? Beep, beep, beep. Haha. Beep, beep. Is it time? Is it time to make pear? This is our cardboard recycling that we're gonna make into compost. Keeps it there. Perfect. Mr. Pearman! Because we get more cardboard and we get food waste. Looky. Oh, you want pineapple? Don't we have an open pineapple? Look, Abby. Looky. Do you want it in a bowl? Do you want to sit? 1, 2, 3. Up. More?
Yes.
How about 2?
More.
That's it. You eat this. If you still want more, we make more.
Yes.
You want the juice? There you go, buddy. Is it good? No. Took it.
No.
No more? You're done? I'll do. I'll do. Should make some coffee. Hi, Bengam. Hi, Seek. Bling. You want it cut? You want it cut? Of course, buddy, we're gonna cut it. One, two. And then we take the little knife. Do you want to cut?
Yes.
Be careful. Be careful.
A little.
Yeah? Do you want to cut the? Take it in your hand and you cut. You want to cut them one by one? I have the knife. Try cutting. Look, see, you cut so good. Ta-da! Now that's 1 piece, 2 piece, and 3 piece. Hi, fork. Haha. You want to cut again? Put it there, and you cut there. Ta-da! Haha! I think we're back. Thank you for letting me know. Oh, seems good, Shay. Oh. Luckily.
I'm too busy being yours to fall. Now I got it through.
Nice. So the cable is. Oh, this cable is toast. We have to replace it. It's been with us for a bit. Not too unexpected. That's unfortunate. Or can we make it work for today? And I'll do it offline instead. Where did the zip tie go? That's the.
Thank you. Do I want to know? Arctic monkeys. Hi there, fan club. DJ Harold. How are you doing today, Harold? Oh, DJ. Hey, Bobby, what's up?
It could work. Or it doesn't. We'll find out.
Welcome in, Ron Whiskey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
The cable is from my old setup. And I like it because it's very soft. But if it doesn't work, we gotta replace it.
The movie minute played long for 13 minutes. Who is this? And what is this? It's the movie, obviously.
The new guy. The movie. How are you doing, Lee?
See if I can. Almost. Are we still working? So good? Haha! We're still working. Awesome. Ooh, I just realized we don't have stabilizing on. Oh, that will make it shaky. Maybe we don't want that. Let's do this. Let's try it. And if I hate it, we change.
Yes.
I mean, honestly, just from looking at this, I kind of hate it.
Thank you so much.
Because it's all the little weeble wobbles. Oh, it's so much weeble wobble. One moment, please.
Wait. Oh, it's not. Oh, it doesn't. It didn't get added. I love Wonderwall.
Oh, that's better. Oh, that's nice.
It was fun to.
What a
Fun
difference.
to take it a little more seriously and do an actual cover. Let's see.
Let's do some cleanup. How will we Tetris this? We shall succeed. refuse to give up.
It's snowing outside. It's not as cold today, so it's snowing slash raining, and all the snow is just melting off of everything. It's like a little foggy, but it's really feels like winter snow. Here, Monday.
Was I too fast? That was too fast. Oh, I'm doing fantastic today for work. Hi, QKs. This is my house, or it's, yeah. Well, technically it's Siri's house, you know. She's the breadwinner, and I'm the chef. You know how it works. I guess I am the tech support as well. We have many roles. Yeah. Gotta clean the counter. That is fully charged. That is fully charged. Shit, everything is fully charged. Let's make sure the AirPods are. Also, we're gonna double check so we have follow alerts. Let's put it there for now. You want to take off the pink? Hop. Hop. Let's stand up. There you go. You want to sit down again?
No.
No.
It goes down.
You want to jump down? Hop. Hop. Let's run wool laundry, milady.
Right, hair level.
Swish. Awesome. Wait, these are wool. And these are sensitive. And where is mine? Because I have a sweater. I was gonna. This one. Oh, those socks were wet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Those are my walk socks.
Your walk socks.
I don't want to put my shoes in them. They are soaking.
We have more delicate wash detergents. It's not out. Just letting her know. Did you have something, lady?
Yeah, I got my leggings.
Yeah. Will you toss them in? Thank you. Yeah, you can start it. Ooh, I've made a mess. Let's do the counter first. Dude, Ebbe is a champion. Right, I just realized here because you haven't seen my house. You found me when I was doing Farming Simulator. Oh my god, I missed that game. We might have to play some later.
Ebbe's hiding.
Where is Ebbe?
Box hat? You want the whole body in the box? Yeah. Oh, you can't fit? Yeah, you can. Let's try it. Squeeze your head in. No.
Thanks for the follow.
Ooh, the follow alert works. Awesome.
Maybe if you bend in your head. No, it doesn't work. You're too big. You're such a big boy.
TV Nut 911. How you doing, buddy?
Are you gonna jump?
Let's cook. Or actually, let's.
You wanna jump real high?
Up top, all the way to top.
Woo! That was a big jump. One more time.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
One more time. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Go! Wow. Yes, I did.
Yes. And then she'll throw in whatever she has. So what we're listening to is Nora Siri. Siri Jones. This is from earlier today.
I would die.
Do you recognize the space? It's almost the same. Whee!
Tea leaves. There, clean it. You want to play with it? It's fun. You squeeze. Look, you squeeze on it like this. So you squeeze with your whole hand. Yeah, and it opens. Oh, that looks. That might. I said not working. You got. Remember to squeeze on it.
Hi, Aaron.
Squeeze.
Hi,
Yeah.
baby criminal Sean.
Mommy,
Yeah.
I'll be up.
Does it fit?
Wow.
Did Miko want tea?
Oh, I was just pouring it up so I could make more. Pour it to where.
Mm.
But I mean, might as well make it right now. I was gonna prep it for tomorrow, but
Mm.
it's equally good reheated as it is freshly brewed, in my opinion. Oh, squirrel in the water?
Yeah.
If you and Ebba take a bath, the electricity is 2 cents tonight.
But I just put all the oils in my hair.
You don't have to.
Overnight.
You don't have to shower your hair just because you're taking a shower.
Oh, that's fine. That's fair. I might enjoy a hot bath actually.
And it's good.
Hot bath? What?
And then tomorrow morning you'll take a cold, like an ice bath anyway. You and Miko.
Yeah. Huh? The boats?
Yeah. Yeah.
We can put the boats in the bath.
Do you want to take a big bath?
Put the boats in it.
Oh, you can use them in the big bath.
No, but
I know.
How many boats do you want?
All the boats? Okay. All the boats? Should we put the boats in the water? Okay.
If you sit over there, I can start cook. I mean, I'm not in a rush to cook.
I am gonna take it. Come, let's go get the boats. Let's go. The boats are over here. Come. Let's get the boats. Let's go.
Hi, Jordan.
Just come away with me. There's sunrise. Just turning on. What am I to you?
Well, are you coloring your hair?
This is gonna go in the washing.
Or you want to color your hair?
Boats are here.
Right. So it's ginger.
Here. Here are the boats. Giannis,
Yes.
the zippers. Reminder. Zippers always up.
Right.
Apart.
Oh, natural change. I see.
Boats and I come.
I'm good, Jordan. I hope you're good. I hope life is fantastic. Oh, Ebbe will love the bath. He just doesn't like getting into it. So what are we feeling for flavor profile? So, well, this one is a charge.
Did not excite the young boy. Rather, it's
Hmm.
this fella. Oh, Eva, have you seen what Victor will? Oh, no.
Charging port is a little finicky on that one. It's a man with a sword. That's amazing. Sammy. We're gonna make something with chicken. Ooh, coconut milk. Yes. Yes. Should we go with or without tomato? That's the question. Cashews. No, good, she locked the door. I was gonna lock it so it's not a naked 2-year-old who comes out running. That would be frowned upon. Yeah, having Siri on in the background is fantastic. Great entertainment value.
Sitting here, waiting for you. Come tell me all. Tell me all. There was a time where I couldn't even reach an E flat. And I can play it, but it takes a long time.
I think this kitchen is very fast to work with. When we were looking for a house, we already had like our old house was like mega nice. It was a little better in some ways, but having this triangle corner, right? That's every kitchen gotta have that 90-degree corner, right? Where you can reach water and the stove at the same time. I'm not much for using the oven. I'm very much a fry kind of guy. So, but still the oven is within reach as well. Let's turn on the temp and put on this. Should we give him a stick of butter? To have fun with. Yes. Why the frozen chicken? It will thaw. There's no benefit to it. Cooking this would be faster if I had fresh chicken.
So excited with that. Stoked to be singing and playing again. And it's perfect that I came back today of all days, because today is our 8-year partnership anniversary. We've been partnering on this here platform 8 years. So look for what we can't do. Guys, here at
So there it is. Flip it frequent, low to medium temp, and then as soon as they start getting a little bit softer, I'm going to chop them up into smaller pieces to again speed up the process. I mean, if you're more planned than I am, you would definitely take them out the day before, but you know, milk is milk, yeah. Loss, yeah. Being planned. I never know what I'm cooking before I start taking out ingredients. When it starts to sort of come together. I love putting sunglasses on everyone. Not in real life though, he doesn't like it a lot. He has a pair of super cool, high quality sunglasses he got from his great grandpa. His great grandpa was a sunglass designer for a major Swedish brand, and they did some like kid sunglasses for a while, and he brought a bunch of them home to give to all of his grandkids and great grandkids. He unfortunately passed before he could see Ebbe wearing them, but his memory lives on. He looks really cool in them, but he doesn't like to wear them. Unsatisfying leaving one, but I'm feeling this is probably all we need. But it is unsatisfying leaving one. Let's put it there. No, I'm not. Well, I'm gonna have more trash. Yes, I'm gonna have more trash. Mm. Is the camera freaking out from time to time? Is that just me?
I cry if you go. I give you my last shot because I love you.
Wow. I do think that is the cable. We'll have that swapped for tomorrow.
Would you even call? I've opened up my heart. I never want to part. You've been before. And I know in your eyes. If you don't want to part, I love you and tell me that.
Is that a sex joke? Thank you. We weren't sure how we were gonna like it when we got the place. We've only lived there for a year and 4 months or so, and we weren't sure how we were gonna like it. But I wouldn't change it. That's a very good feeling. We bought this house sight unseen. Just did online auction, and then first time we saw it was when we signed the papers. Saw it in person. You have to remind me to stir the chicken around. Oh, that's gonna get hot. Yeah, it's 3 hours away, so it wasn't too far away. But I spent 8 months spending 6 hours a day looking for houses in the entire country of Sweden. We were to maybe 10 different listings of houses. So I felt like got a good sense of how a place will be in reality based on the photos. And I mean, there's Google Street View and all of that, so you can see the neighborhood and all. And then this house came up and we just had to have it. It was a bit of dramatic. We bid on a live stream, actually. We're on my girlfriend's channel, Siri, here on Twitch. Because she was doing a subathon on this house. When the bidding started, she was doing a subathon, so she was streaming 24/7. No, a regular bidding, yeah. Just a regular house listing. Oh yeah, because if it's the government selling it, you bid on the same day as the showing is. Right. This is true. Oh yeah, it isn't really an auction, is it? This is true. The neighbors are fantastic. We got new neighbors just the other day. 2 houses up. I was standing here contemplating whether or not to chop the onion just yet, as I will run out of space on my cutting board when I go to chicken, and I don't want to put it in a container as an intermediary container, but I think that's gonna be the way to go. Like when we moved in here, felt like everybody was 60 to 80 years old in this neighborhood, but that just means there will be a change soon, and the new people that bought one of the retirees' house that moved in last week, they are 32, couple. Don't know if they have kids. Haven't spoken to them yet. Sort of said hi, but haven't really spoken to them. Contemplating what I want to put it in. I got an email, and we definitely will wait with the garlic. I say that, but I don't want to wait because it's just such a perfect time to do it. I was waiting for the chicken. Look at these birds.
With the light. And I wanna walk with you. I wanna walk with you on a cloud. The fields where the yellow grass grows. And I wanna walk with you on a cloudy day. Fields where the yellow grass grows behind. So won't you try? Come away with me on a mountain. Oh, fuck, that's so shit. Bad decision. On a mountain side. Bad decision. That's not a real number. It's a bad decision. 20 bad decisions. Wait, why is it playing twice? What's happening? On a mountain, ow, wow. I don't know why that's playing twice. First was the dust in the woods. I don't like that. Thank you so much for the 20 subs. That's so many subbies. Enjoy those subs, guys. You get 30 days after viewing and 360 viewers. So, I'm bad. Whoa, where was I? Evening view. On a cloudy day, the fields where the yellow grass grows behind. So won't you try? Come away with me. Is it so late? That's early. I wanna walk with you.
I'm gonna admit the chopping now happens because I'm bored, not because it's really needed. How you going?
Won't you try?
How come? So onion is the most nutritious cheap ingredients there is, and all it does is add umami flavor. Oh, it's like fantastic. If you're the kind of person who adds one onion, you're doing it wrong. And this is gonna be like 6 to 10 portions, I'm guessing. So that was also a bit deceiving that it's a batch cook.
Won't you try?
But I do put an cinnamon and onion in food because it's the healthiest thing you can eat. I would argue, if you try my food, that you wouldn't notice that there's onion in there at all, because it's all about getting the right texture and the reason for the onion to be there. You gotta marry it with the other stuff. Well, of course I could be wrong. I'm gonna put it in there, No, I don't want to do that. Let's be a monster. I am the president of a club that's called We Who Save Dishes, and it is always a goal of mine when I'm cooking to not use dishes. So to put it in bowls like this feels like blasphemy. Right. You live near EC. He does drive by outside us from time to time. I have to invite him someday.
Thank you, Sam.
Speaking of rain, we're having rain right now. I'm presuming that these tomatoes are grown in a greenhouse, and the most food per energy efficient tomato is cherry tomatoes.
Thank you so much.
Not gonna lie, I'd like to grow some indoor cherry tomatoes myself during the winter. Dude, this would be cuttable, I think.
I want to do an upbeat song. I want to do something that's upbeat. Have you ever seen the Ravens? It's definitely fun. You got me? You got it? Someone told me long ago. Someone told me long ago. There's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so to say. It'll rain someday, I know, shining down like water. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down the sun. The day is before us. The sun is cold and rain is hard. I know, been that way for all my time.
Carrots.
Fast and slow, I know. This is not the one. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down, the sun is setting. I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? Coming down, the sun. We do have a little bit of a southern vibe about it. But I mean, it's not like only people from the south can. Yeah, I would have thought
All they do is drugs. Oh, funny but true, I bet. And it's yeah, it's a recording actually. Siri is taking a bath with our son right now.
Like the revival.
This is Mikko.
Made me think that there had been a band called Creedence Clearwater.
So we're
That
watching
Creedence
from earlier
Clearwater
today.
revival was like either the people getting back together,
But I mean,
or
it's
that there were other people,
still Siri
or some
singing,
other
right?
members recreating it.
I
But
count.
that's no. But for the longest time, I thought that was the case. That it was like the revival of the band. And it was just like,
Carrots.
I have not heard this in so long. Yes. Some of this epic tune. Hey! There's Lucky Luke. The Danish flag. Hello, my neighbor from Denmark. I'm assuming that's what it is. Hey. Please meet you. I wanna hold her, I wanna kiss her. She smelled daisies, she smelled daisies.
So the first one I cut, I sort of tried to figure out what shape I want, size and all, for them being nice to eat. I think that's gonna be just about right. Hey, Abba! Hey, Abba!
Have you grown a bit? This pajama is getting too small for you. You're so big.
Thanks for the follow.
Hi! Siri, you got a follower as well. That doesn't mean they come from me stream. Kim Mag, how you doing, buddy?
And there's 21 days baby off.
Thank you so much for subscribing. And that's awesome. Hey, look at that.
The music you're hearing in the background is from Sirius Stream. If you're curious, there's a @Siri in the title you can click. And that actually gets you to her page, where you can hit a follow. And she streams weekdays, European times, between noon and 4 p.m. Oh no, I got it wrong. I forgot. We fix.
What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Enough. I am someone who ignored my college music for a very long time. But, in 4 days, it's been 3 months since I said I'm gonna do it. And yeah, it's been 3 months we've been playing guitar and singing. And I wrote my first song, and we recorded it.
Hi Hank. Greetings from Norway, huh? I am a partial Norwegian. My mother is born out of Norwegian parents.
Pretty much, pretty much. Ooh, the murder song. I've actually been needing to listen to that one. Because I really do enjoy her. I think she's super cool. And I
Want to do a real lighter?
what's that called?
For candles,
Yeah. Cozy for Rico is taking a bath.
in the
She sang the murder
there.
Oh, the battery. Yeah.
Yes, this is Rico. This is Rico, who is in chat, who is my mod and longtime friend, and he's from Finland. And we're just now hanging out for the first time. He flew over to visit. He's finished on Saturday, and we're having a blast hanging out. It's been a long time coming. A long time coming. Whoa, Sam, he's on the best. Hey, hi, friend.
Here's 500. Get the hype train going.
Nice to see you back in action. It's nice to be back in action. Yeah, I've been away for a week. Haven't played guitar.
I appreciate you too, Jordan. What's cooking? Right. We are making a coconut chicken. Green curry. Keep the door closed to the bathroom.
I did not.
The steam.
This whole steam is coming out.
We have a dehumidifier in the bathroom, so we want to keep the door closed. I think it's gonna be awesome. I hope. We have a bit of carrot left to chop, but we're pretty much ready to start soaking the ingredients in the coconut milk and boil it and season it, because the chicken is probably cooked through. And I'm going to shred it into tiny pieces and put it back in and put in coconut milk. How you doing, buddy? Oh, is it not working? You want a pear? We can fix a pear. We can fix a pear for Ebbe. Look, many pears. Pear?
Excuse me, I would like to proudly present to you.
You want a little pear?
Whoa. I was wondering, don't your moms live in your house? Dude, I wish. That'd be so great. We literally, like, so many of me and my mom are talking about actually.
Oh, you left it on the stove.
Like, got a big farm or something.
Ta-da!
With a bunch of houses and everyone just lives in their own house. We can all just hang out all the time. Like, not a streamer house, but a community farm. Yeah, community farm that everyone hangs out on. Ah, there's so much noise happening at the same time.
So man 59 made 5 bad decisions.
Oh.
Ah!
Oh, can I help you?
Can I help you? I fumbled the ball.
I could have eaten those.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah?
I still eat them out of the compost.
Yeah? I mean, it's only fresh
Carrots.
carrots peels.
Hi, Lizzie, thank you so much for that raise.
Yeah.
I was mostly joking. I could have eaten those. I mean, I
So,
could actually eat those.
speaking of the non-cult, not a cult, like, it would be amazing, because if we buy a plot of land that doesn't have anything, right?
Yeah.
People could choose to tiny house it,
Yeah.
because we would have like a community cinema where we watch movies together, and we'd have a community laundry, like a basement thingy.
Imagine how healing that would be for so many people
Yeah.
to have like that sort of close knit community where you actually have people you can hang out with or like reach out to or just like walk over and hang out. Like what a thing. What a thing.
In the music category. And I was just looking at you now. And you don't have any videos. Almost any videos. Like, I couldn't confirm it, but I'm pretty sure I recognize the picture. I'm pretty sure I've seen your screen. Like, really recently, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I've seen your screen. Hi, it's great to meet you. And this is community of Berlin. Yeah, 8 years. 8 years I have been partnered on this platform. I have a level 6 height kick. 8 years I've been partnered on this platform, so it's been my job. But I only just started with music less than 3 months ago. We're coming up on 3 months now.
Pear in pineapple juice. Mm-mm.
Thank you so much for
It is a gamble. We don't know if he's gonna like the pineapple juice. But I could have cleaned the bowl, but I decided to keep it because I thought he would like the added sweetness.
Bob doesn't get your name right now, but he probably gets very few names, right, to be honest.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is awesome.
Hey Jordan from Canada. Thank you for coming in from Lizzie's and Ray. Come on. Thank you so much for the wishes. It's a special day. Liz's rendition of I Dreamed a Dream, this was Raul, is fantastic. Oh, I need to hear this. I need to hear this. I think you're following this is like you come by in your live. Since you don't save your live, I'll have to come by with your live. Hopefully I'll catch you soon. Come say hi, they get to know you a little bit and hear the stuff that you do. But I feel like I need to listen to the song like so many more times. Because I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't be able to recreate it. Oh, I didn't see that at first, but it was the Murder Song was played at the 2015 Nobel Peace Prize concert. Lizzie, I got you. I got you. Runaway Aurora. I can definitely do that for you. Lizzie's on Mondays and Fridays, 11, as in like 11 a.m. An occasional evening stream. That's 12 p.m. for me. That's right. That's the exact same time that I go live. I I do 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. so 4 hours every weekday, and vocational weekend stream. Deliveries consistently. Monday through Friday between.
Jordan, Siri is doing awesome, I believe.
Yeah.
We're having a guest over from Finland, and that's very enjoyable. And she had her 8-year partnership anniversary here on Twitch today. You gonna game some? Take care, Hank Rowe. Let's go and slay them. So I love chopping things. It's like the best part of cooking. But carrots of this volume is what we have a food processor for, and I will have to admit that to myself. I was contemplating, but it's so fun. If this was the food processor, it would have been done in like 4 seconds, and it would have felt like an overkill machine for the job. But I am having to admit to myself that it would have been the way to go, because I think this could be a little bit repetitive to watch. So for the content, it might be better to just zap through it. And my chicken is ready to be cut again, so I am ready for the next step, so I don't have that to use as an excuse either. It was a mistake. It looks like cheese. I can see that.
The chorus and the final. Hold my body in his arms. To do no harm.
we'll keep this one.
I'll have to give that more lessons. I love it.
So I don't have to clean the cutting board twice. I'm gonna do this one first.
Holds my body, he holds my body in his arms. He didn't mean to do no harm. He holds me tight.
Hi, Doyan. We're gonna make a curry, green curry.
Days alive and cry, we cry. No harm in cold. But we did it all. Very proud of the awful things in life that come and he cried.
How's Doyan doing then? It's not really gonna be a green curry. It's gonna be like a mix between a green and a red curry in the end, based on the ingredients we had. Hello, Sniffler. That probably doesn't smell particularly interesting.
I like the smell of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a weird person who will just eat cooked chicken with literally no seasoning, and I think it tastes great. I'm like, I don't need salt on it even. I'm like, I just love, I love the base flavors even. It's just great with spices and salt and stuff, but I'll just enjoy that, I'm sure. I love the smell. I just love food, man. I just love the foods. All the foods. I just am full of love.
For all the food.
Yeah, and for you. For all the yous.
And all the use there ever was, and ever will be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Am I crowding your space?
Trying to snuggle you, but the camera's in the way.
I appreciated it nonetheless, even if I got a bit
Bruised up.
Yeah, it was worth it.
The other side is better.
I'll join the other side then. Oh. Oh, you even get cheek access on this side.
Mm-hmm. Here, chat, she loves you.
Look at you all the cooking. Just looking at the ingredients, I know it's gonna be fabulous.
You might.
I don't doubt it for a second.
Hmm.
Oh, hi, baby. Are you enjoying your pear?
If he wants more pear, there is more pear.
Would you like more pear of it?
A lot.
You went down, yeah.
Would you like more pear?
I'm doing good, Doya. Had a great day tech research and setting up a server for Rage and Serious Music. They can file share and stuff.
More milk. Yeah. Cup. Watch the finger. Here. What's wrong? No liking.
I know, sorry. Yeah. You want a little pieces like that?
I made sugar cube sized.
Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. Beautiful top of the logo. Huh?
Too late to make something like that.
Thanks for the sub.
Taika RM subscribed. Coco Hi Johannes, Siri, Evie in chat.
Thank you, Taika. Thank you for staying sub.
Whoa.
And at tier 3 nonetheless.
Falling over you and me. You want mommy and the phone? You pour out all those nutritious chicken juices?
It's mostly water.
Do you know how broth works? What is broth? Mostly water. What's in the broth? All the nutrients. Boil the chicken.
I hear you. I hear you.
Like, imagine like little chunky chicken bits in just like a little soup.
Did you want to scoop it in like a little soup?
Lick it out of the thing.
That would have been fine. We're gonna get heaps of heat in the pan. so we don't have to boil these for as long.
Okay, let's do it.
Because we want them pretty soft. Then we're gonna add the garlic. Then we're gonna do these things at last. Because they only need to simmer for a little bit. I don't want to sear them or nothing. Oh, Siri took the kitchen towel. That's okay. We have more. The shaking only works if it's not too old, and it tends to work better with the ecological stuff or high quality coconut milk. This is too thick of a solid.
Morgan's coffee and native blend long for 29 months.
Right. I think we're gonna take another jar of coconut milk. We only have these smalls. That's fine. It's the same thing. Hi, Thor. Sorry.
Aren't you tired trying to fill that void? Or do you need more?
It does smell fantastic. Oh, how easy.
In all the good times I find myself tortured.
How soft are my carrots? Oh.
Shadow
Hmm.
One of my favorite songs is mine.
You know how shallow it's very intense and very hot and it's really bad. And I always love the song, and I've never actually really gone for it and sang the chorus and everything. That was pretty fucking dope. Stoked about that.
Most underscore intelligent underscore Scoochie is 5 laps.
Hell yeah. You know how I hit those high notes? Like, you just have all high notes every day? And I was like, I can do that. And I realized that so much of the, there's a lot of practice, but it's also just limitations in my head. But, you know, I just, like, oh no, then I can't sing high. I can't sing that high. It's not true. So, I'm just excited. I'm so stoked. Oh my. Thank you so much for the 5,000 bits. Lost Intelligent History with another song. Voice open. Time for Celine Dion. Time for Celine Dion. Just straight to it. Straight to it. Nasty Joe with the raid, welcome in. Welcome in, Nasty. Hold on, before you do anything, I gotta shake up my body. What's that? I'm still shaking.
Oh. I'm getting there.
How was it? It was actually. Yeah.
What are you doing, buddy?
Looking.
You want to look out? There's nothing here. Chemicals?
No. I'm looking. Looking. I'm looking.
Can I lift you?
No.
You see the moon? Oh, no moon. No moon.
Safari with the points. The reason I'm using Safari is, here's the reason.
You get it? Are you dead? Are you alive? You're okay. Oh.
Literally all I do and use it for is a pop-out chat washing machine. But now that I click your link, for some reason, it opens it as a party. Even though that's not always Mac. Mac is just like,
Do you want to
I was like, I use it. Use Chatomino. Yeah, it's not the same. Chatomino's great for certain things, and I've used Chatomino a bunch. And chat's my favorite. So it totally depends on what I need it for. They all have different pros and cons. How we pop out, like the browsers can pop out, and you should pop in the chat and the chat apps. Okay, now I'm good. Now I'm good. Now I'm good. Now I'm good.
Flavor is there. We just need
This looks like a spider.
a little more heat.
See, on her haircut, I think. Yeah. I mean, that was months ago.
Hope we don't make it inedible. It's Carolina Reaper ground. It's my favorite chili. Kron gave us that bag, and I was like, oh yeah, fun meme. But it's so tasty as a pepper. I mean, it's way too spicy. It's like you can't use it in cooking unless you're batch cooking. Otherwise, if you dip the spoon in it and don't have anything in the spoon, just have dipped it, and whatever stays on the spoon, that might be suitable for 2 people. It's just wildly intense.
See you in 4 years. Or maybe not. Who knows what happens? Yeah, I'll check it out. Alright, let's listen to some. This is a live performance.
Oh, actually, let's keep that. We need to purge our mouth first, so we're not numb from the last taste, then, because that sort of happens, especially when cooking spicy food. So if I do too many taste tests, it ends up being inedible for everybody else. Oh, that's good. Let Siri taste first. That would be the responsible choice.
Too late for that.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't serious. Thor said that it's a good idea to let you taste before I add more spice. But
If you think at all that this might be too spicy for Siri, that's the time to stop.
yeah,
There's not a Rico. There's one left.
Well, you survived, didn't you?
Yeah, that was great.
I
Yeah?
like it as well.
Yeah? No?
You've made a few meals that have been like hard to enjoy because they're too spicy.
I agree.
This was fine.
Yeah, the salts I made.
I also don't like when it becomes all about the spiciness
Oh.
than
Yeah.
being that it tastes something.
Yeah.
This
This was on the right
side of, like,
side of things, yeah. So, Siri, why is the door open?
I love her outfit.
Why is the bathroom door open?
Good look on her.
All the moisture! Constant battle.
Where's the song from?
Boop, 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 boop. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Just need the veggies to soften up a little bit. I'm gonna put a lid on. I'm gonna boil some rice.
Hey, autoplay. No. Oh, it's still on the video. It's just playing an ad. I think. Since when did it? What? That's weird. It was ads on the end now?
That looks lovely.
Oh, you should only know.
I love
It is.
what red dish it is. Way more red dish than chicken. I like that a lot.
That was the idea.
I love that. 2 thumbs up. So what did the driver say? Is it move on back? Move on back.
My version is
Move on
a
back.
lot shorter. It's just the first verse, and then the chorus plus something.
No. You sing so beautifully, my son.
Play it?
The driver on the bus goes beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. You wanna help? Are you catching monsters? We have a problem now. We might not be able to get it back. Hi, Vincent. You wanted to play with it, so you got to play with it. Normally I rinse it in the strainer. This works fairly decent. Not as nice, but okay. Oh. How's it going, buddy? Too much water? You'll see. It will all have boiled away. It's a very small pot. It is according to recommendations.
Tell me, darling, what am I?
Chopped too much carrot, so my knuckles are orange. At rice you can definitely hydrate too much. So we're making a coconut chicken curry with rice for like 15 people or so. Wireless HDMI stick today? No. I was still gonna set that up. Because I was gonna rebuild the setup, and I had some issues with my old computer and those wireless HDMI things. So I just said fuck it, and I went live with the belt pack like normal.
Hi, baby. We're gonna brush your teeth now. Okay. Oh, let's see. Where are you going? There's no escaping the monster. The monster. She comes for us all to brush our teeth. Ah! No, it's dripping on my back. No, no, stop. Stop it, just dripping down my back.
Why are you in my way?
Why are you in my way? Bish, you wanna go, mate?
Oh yeah.
Come here.
Come. Other side is better.
Oh, that's better.
And then we might pick up the pace a little bit with like a more upbeat song.
Now let me clean.
I must say the house looks fantastic. Oh, ouch.
Didn't hurt at all.
Oh.
I said for the rig's sake.
Oh.
In case the rig was hurt, I was like sympathetically saying ouch.
Hey, 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 hey. No, not in the mouth. No, we talked about this. Can't chew on the remote. We're gonna brush the teeth now. Come on, baby.
It's wet here, buddy.
Nico's brushing his teeth. Mommy has brushed her teeth. Oh, girl. What's the fucking?
Get them nice and clean. You know how we do this? You start with the bottom, and do sides, top, sides, and then outside. And then done, and then you can go snuggle and be a good book. Yeah. Start with the bottom. Your hands. Come on, by your hands.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't want to brush your teeth? He does not like brushing his teeth. Yeah, I'd argue so. How are you doing, Naki? 13 minutes. I have to remember that in case I put it on 0. This stove has a timer, right? But if you set the plate to 0 on the heat, it stops the timer. And that's happened a few times. And then I don't know how much time that is left. So that kind of sucks. You can lower the heat on this. Now we're having soft veggies. Let's do a final taste test. That's all we need. Oh, dishwasher is soon done. You can definitely do noodles this. We're gonna serve it over rice. It's gonna be glorious. 10 minutes on the rice. It's doing good. How are you doing, Chad? Have we got any followers we missed? No, Taika's resub, that's it. Not rotational.
Very good.
No. Whee! Look at my son. He does not like it. He doesn't like it.
All done.
Oh, best mommy.
Good job.
Bestest mommy. We're done.
All done.
You are so tall, my son.
He's outgrown the pajama. Look.
Yeah.
Look, it's too short. That was a good size.
It's you, Abba.
That was a good size a few days ago, I swear.
Look, it's you. Can you see yourself? You cannot borrow it. Oh, I know you want to. Oh.
Enjoy those songs, guys.
Do you want to look? You can look, but you can't borrow.
Wow. Look, it's us.
Can you wave to the camera? Look. No, you don't want to.
You and me. Let's go.
You want a hot water bottle?
Monday evening for you.
Yeah. Oh, I think I might have left it upstairs in the bed. Oh, no.
Mind coming upstairs, grabbing the pillow, eating it, getting some water bottles?
We can do that.
Nico's pretty great, huh? Pretty great guy.
Ooh, it's dark in here. We're looking for a heat pillow. Found a water bottle. Found 2 water bottles. No heat pillow. There we go. Oh, a duck. Good night, buddy.
Won't you try? Never stop loving you.
Oh, rice look glorious. Water bottle.
Not more than 22x minutes of candy gold. Century and Darling Sofa, 80 years. That's more than this anniversary. For some time, you really look natural, beautiful. Look into that and hope you get a wonderful job.
Thank you, Sam, for
159 shares, 800. 800 bits for a year anniversary.
Why sit there in your heart? All I ask is to come with me. Come with me.
Spin it does.
Thank you so much. I want to do an upbeat song. Something. Never seen it rain.
I mean, a perk of leaving it sticky is that Ebbe doesn't drop it as much. This is his phone. Well, it's my old or current. I don't have any other phone, but I never use it.
Someone told me long ago, there's a calm for. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so it's safe. It'll rain Sunday. I know, shining down like water.
You have to leave it just right, and then you don't touch it when it stays charging.
Coming down the Sunday. It's the day before. It's cold and rain. I know.
There you go. Good night. 2 baths is all it has for hot water.
Can I bother you if I go?
Which one? And down we go. I wanna know.
Have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know. Have you ever seen
Good night, buddy.
No.
Get a little bit. Hey, I will leave. Have fun, take care. Good night. Thank you for clearing the Duplo.
The South View.
Like, I do it once or twice a day, and I'm not bored with it. I think it's kind of like therapeutic to put it away. Yeah.
Like mini cleanings.
Yeah, it's very fast results, so it's kind of like a cheat clean. I love it.
When I first heard it, I thought it would be like the revival.
Rice is finished. No, that's not where it goes. This is where it goes.
Revival was like either the people
What do you think, chap?
or other people or some of the members recreating it. But that's not. For the longest time, I thought that was the case. That it was like the revival of the it's just
It is wild, Miko, Vincent. It is a chin-mounted VR vibe. Hi, Yorick. Nike, I love that. That's the goal. That it's supposed to be a very personal experience, like me sharing my life with you guys. That's the idea. That's the goal. And if we get our flashlight, we can go and get rid of the compost. Since it is full. Don't slip. Can we make it brighter? Oh, wrong button. Oh wait, that one. Oh, that's dimmer. Oh, I made it flash? No. There we go. Oh, sorry about that. Should have raised the temperature before we went out here. Did I say temperature? I of course meant brightness. Clean. Oh man, can't wait for gardening season. It's gonna be glorious. This is my latest edition. So this is like the stone path, and it's gonna be a big planter between the trees. There's not gonna be any beds in along the house, because we need to be able to get to the heat pump and cleaning windows and stuff like that. So it's mostly going to be like tulips and stuff, and some grasses and a couple of trees. It's going to be glorious. And this, I'm going to have to rebuild the staircase. That'll be a problem for another day. Oh, you just click it once for the boost. I see. The bus tour? Oh, like going through Europe? No. No updates. It might become one of those things we do in like 4 years or so. Because unfortunately Ebba is too young to be left alone. And he's also too young to be in a car for several hours a day for weeks on end. Yeah, it's Siri singing. It's from earlier today. You see in the title, there's an @Siri. If you click on that little thing in my title, you get a link to follow her. She streams music streams every weekday between noon and 4 p.m. European Central Time. And we're just relaxing to the replay. Singing is fantastic. She's doing live learns, so I don't think she's ever sang the song, and she's sort of like on the live stream, she's listening along to it, but we can't hear the song she's listening to in the VOD, only in the live streams.
She drive me crazy, drive me crazy. Gonna take her for a ride on a big jet plane. Gonna take her for a ride on a big jet plane. Yeah.
These are her triple camera setup, and then this is the same view as the stream, sort of. And that's a Mikko, if you haven't said hi to him. The bags are compost.
Keep it gonna change up a little bit.
So they're just paper bags from our old house. Or if we brought them from Siri's old apartment, I don't remember. They're just like, they used to be compost bags when you handed in the compost to the municipality, right? But we are putting these in our own compost heat and just adding brown material in the case of those bags. Because it's wood fiber, right? Any paper is wood. And wood is very good for composting. Let's put this on charge. We have cable here. Not because I used it for 10 seconds, but I don't think I've charged it in a bit. Right, I need to do that one manually because that's where the food goes. Let's do that. Because this isn't ready yet. No, it's not. I mean, it is. It's just steaming. Ooh. It would be so nice to just fill it up. Ooh, the cutlery is hot. Ouch. Ooh, you'll burn your fingies. Ooh. Ouchie. Ooh.
Thank you so much for subscribing, and that's awesome.
Those were the worst.
Avenge yourself. I love to see it. I love to see it. Yeah, thank you so much. Self-love. We know you're savage. They're reviewing in the emails and like forever. So I'm like, what was I gonna say? Ricky Chicky. I know.
Ooh, burning. Ouch. Ooh, aye. Dude, if I would have known these would be this hot, maybe I would have waited, to be honest.
It's been 3 months since I said I'm gonna do it. And so we've had, yeah, so 3 months and playing the guitar too. And I have our song. We started recording it.
Ladies and ladies, live long for 86 months.
Thank you for a million,
Damn.
Lost underscore, intelligent underscore, history.
pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Aurora Max.
Ooh, the murder song. I've actually been about that. I really do. Yeah, I've heard her, what's that called? It's the, Tiny Desk concert, NPR's Tiny Desk concert. She sang the murder song. And I was like, oh, that's really good. How have I heard that before? Yes, it's makeup. This is Makeup, who is in chat, who is my mod and longtime friend, and he's from Finland, and we're just now hanging out for the first time. He flew over to visit. He's finished on Saturday. We're having a big lots hanging out. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. Wow, Sam, these are the best. Hey, hydrate.
59 shared 500. Keep the hype train going.
Nice to see you back in action. It's nice to be back in action. Yeah, I've been away for a week. Haven't played guitar. Haven't sung. I've just been recovering. And now I'm back in business. I'm back in business now. Ooh, thanks for linking it. Oh. Excuse me, I would like to have a percent. Hey! Oh shit, hi! Ooh. Hey! Welcome in, we're listening to Murder Song by Aurora. We're having a hype train and we're getting raided! I was wondering, do all your mods live in your house? Dude, I wish. That'd be so great. We literally, like, somebody we were also talking about actually somehow living together, like, about this big farm or something, like, with a bunch of houses, and just in their own house, we can all just hang out or something. That'd be fucking great. Like, not a streamer house, but a community farm. Yeah, community farm that everyone hangs out on.
Eat klister.
So man 59 made 5 bad decisions.
Oh.
Where's the lid? Where's the lid? It was where it's supposed to be.
Lizzie, Mark, thank you so much for that rave. Lizzie, please let me know if there's a song that you'd like to hear from my song list, and I'd love to play it for you. I hope you had a fantastic stream.
Samantha 59 shared 200. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Lizzie, I'm pretty sure that I happened upon your screen very recently. I was traveling around in the music category, and I was just clicking a stream now. And you don't have any videos. You don't have any videos that God, so I couldn't confirm it, but I'm pretty sure so I recognize the picture, but I'm pretty sure I've seen your stream. Like very recently, I'm pretty sure Guy, it's great to meet you. And let's see how much community welcome in. Yeah, 8 years. 8 years I have been partnered on this platform. We're only level 6 hype train.
It's
8 years that we're partnered.
no, Vincent. We don't have made plans to go
We just started with music
just yet.
months ago.
We talked about it. We are always super excited, but it's a long time to be away from Ebbe, and it's a long trip for him to take to come with us.
Thank you, Los Angeles.
If it would have been,
5,000 bits.
you know, Amsterdam, it's a 2-day trip, but at Paris, it's a 3 for him. It's a 3-day trip for him. I mean, we could fly with him as well, but then we'd have to have a sitter, right? So then my parents need to come with, and we're talking $2,000 for a work trip, or I mean, might be 3,000 before we're finished, and that's a bit insane. At before school age, right? You shan't leave your kids for more than 2 nights unless it's an emergency. So even if we go like the least stressful way, which would be 3 nights, it's a bit long, but then it would be like arriving to the event or leaving after the event. Ultimately 4 nights is what you need for an event like this, and I mean, if it was just the money, we would probably have done it, but then Ebb as well, and it's kind of like hard to motivate.
I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't be able to read it.
I mean, I would love to, absolutely love to, no question about it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
But the consequences makes us question.
Was played at the 25th.
But Siri too, she wants to. It's just a matter of making it work.
Lizzie, I got you. I got you. Runaway Aurora. I can definitely do that for you. Lizzie's on Mondays and Fridays, 11, as in like.
How well do you hear the stream in the background?
Occasional. Cool. That's 12 p.m. for me. That's right. That's the exact same time that I go live. I do 12 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Stir that and see how it feels.
And occasional like weekend stream. They're pretty frequent actually. Monday through Friday between
Looks good.
Runaways after? Yeah.
Loud and clear. Nice. The stream is on because Siri wanted to listen to it. But I love having it on in the background. Then we just have to imagine fresh cut spring onions. This is too hot to hold.
IFL 0 SC30 $10.
Holds my body in his arms. It didn't mean to do no harm. And he holds to spare me from the awful things that I've done.
Put it there. I have intentions of eating this, but not right now. I want to wait like an hour or so. So I think, Doyan, you're onto something, right? That the alerts shan't be a bother, but at the same time they're fun to have. What I feel, and this is just my opinion, that the alerts right now might be too much, but they are something she cannot ignore nor forget when she's singing. And with time, she's gonna learn to sort of work with them, to incorporate them in her song, or sort of sing around them, or just loop the chord progression that's hidden and sort of make fun of it. And when she gets good at that, and we also, if we also change the alerts to something that fits a music stream better, something a little shorter maybe, or softer, or something she can sing along to that isn't just breads and butts, you know, then she'll have picked up all of those skills from these alerts that might not fit the content all that well. This is what I would like to see. She ran the first month and a half without alerts at all, and both watching the replay and the live stream, both me and Siri felt like something was missing. So they need to be there, we feel, because it's not a studio recording. It's like it's hanging out with friends, and you know there's gonna be that friend who comes in and does a resub in the middle of a song rather than waiting. You know, that's just gonna happen, and it's more fun overall if we let it, in my opinion. We don't have to agree, but this is how I see it and what I think about it. And it could be better, and it will be better. Absolutely. How are you doing, Deru?
I'll have to give that more listens. I love it. I love it. Send it. Send it to me. Oh, holds my body. He holds my body. Holds my body in his arms. He didn't need to do no harm.
Would it be fun having alerts that are applause? I think that would be hella fun. Let's close it so it doesn't spill when we clean the sides. That's still hot. I don't know what I expected.
song. Let's play Lizzie's song. Lizzie wants to hear Aurora. Wants to hear.
Perfect sticky rice. Where's the person who said I had too much water? Actually, let's do this.
A lot. Wow. The high notes are impeccable. Woo! I found the harp is so beautiful. Love the song. Beautiful drop of that logo. gorgeous. Wow.
Gotta hold on with fridging it, it's still too hot. So we'll leave it like that.
Control you have of your voice. Your vibrato, and then you bring it in. Just such,
And like I said, we have to imagine,
so clean, such control. You hold that note like.
we have to imagine the chopped
and then
green
the
onions.
vibrato comes in. Incredible performance, Lissy. Wow, what a voice. I mean, the harp is so beautiful. It's one of those cases where like you don't even. It's just so perfect. Like, you know, it's just beautiful. It's like, yeah, that's amazing. Like, the harp is just beautiful. Your voice, like your control of your high notes and your vibrato control is
Let's
like,
see.
what? Wow, what a voice. Wow. I'm
Shutting
so
down?
blown away. I'm blown away.
Oh no, the phone is out of battery.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh,
I
no.
can't wait to come by your stream and get to.
Useless.
That's so cool. Thank you for sharing that. It's really cool that you have that uploaded. That was incredible. I'm not being sweet. I'm just being honest. It's really great. Really great.
That's gonna take a moment. In the meantime,
I love the harp. It's such a beautiful instrument.
let's get a headpiece
I see you
tripod.
lurking. I see you lurking. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Okay, let's do Runaway.
Oh no, not the giraffe. You ready to be turned on, phone? Seems like it.
I had a dream I was lying in my way in a tree and one. Yeah, I have my little time here. I just like let people talk to me. Why not? Why not? It's fun. Hi, yeah. No, I want to interrupt them. Hi.
Oopie.
I like it. I let them on purpose. Thank you so much, Ian. Please, like to listen.
Rianne made it clean long for 27 months.
It is a day for the, honestly, for the community today, because it is our 8-year partnership anniversary. It's the day of the subs. It's the day of the subs, because 8 years ago on this day was the first time that anyone could ever subscribe to this channel. So I want all the subs to be heard and seen. Look at Rianne. Look at her. Look at her. Look at
Sounds
her.
like a plan.
Hi. 8 years. Very high. Very high. How's that for?
If I'm not up when you guys, if you eat it, the idea is to take a deciliter cup of rice and press it in, and you get like this puck of rice, and then you have
I was listening to the
the
ocean.
stuff around it.
I saw
That's the idea.
inside.
That's everything you can eat it as you want.
Yeah, I think a picture for the model so we can replicate.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll be
Enjoy it.
Delicious.
Good night.
Good night. In a tree, I saw a piece of heaven waiting.
Are you guys drunk? Looks like you're a little crooked.
And I was wondering far away, would I run up the world someday? Nobody knows, nobody knows. And I was dancing in the rain, I felt alive and I can't complain. No, take me home where I
Good evening, Cousin. We can be even closer. I mean, I could probably put it on the table itself.
I was painting
Let's come up a little bit.
the pictures of painting of you.
Aha!
For a moment, I thought you were here, but then again, it wasn't true.
Also cozy.
And all of this time I've been lying and saying
See how it tastes.
myself, been putting sorrow on the farthest place on my shelf. Then I was running far away. Would I run up the world someday? Nobody knows, nobody knows.
Pure comfort food.
Dancing in the rain, I felt alive and I can't complain. No,
Soft veggies, still have texture.
take me over, I belong. Got no other place to go. No, take me home where I belong. I got no other place to go. No, take me home.
Creamy,
Home where I
spicy,
belong.
salty.
I can't take it anymore.
A bit crunchy with the
I can't let it
cashew nuts that haven't been in there for more than 10 minutes. Mm.
I kept running for a soft place to fall. And I kept running
Absolutely
for a
yours.
soft place to fall.
If you do want to cook this, go back and watch the stream from the beginning.
For a soft place to fall. And I was running far away, but
I think I mentioned all the ingredients. Not volumes,
take me home where I belong.
but I never count.
I got no other place to go. No, take me home where I belong. I got no other place to go. No, take me home where I belong. I can't take it anymore. The remix. Runaway the remix. Is that a real number? I'm sorry. Woo, woo. Hi.
Lost
Aye.
underscore intelligent underscore history cheers X100000.
Good night,
Lizzie
Doyle.
Hart made it funny.
Lucy, thank you for the bits. I hope you enjoyed it. Wow. Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of bits. Slow and sad. I'll do, I like to do slow and sad. But, whoa. Whoa. Hold on. First, we got Running with the Wolves. We got more Aurora from I Might Be Lost. Flame Flog. My favorite diamonds.
Hi, buddy.
Got a little copyright.
Maud underscore BL made it blink long for 29 months.
Yes, in a couple of hours ago.
But I will lose the world someday.
How are you doing, buddy? We're listening to Siri from earlier today. Since she started music pretty much every day after her stream ends, we play it. So we can listen to it. It's not just you, Thor, because it sounds exactly like she's over there playing. Like our setup, the mic is like super neutral and it sounds just like it sounds in our room, right? So when she's calling for me in the VOD and I'm sitting in my office, I answer her, I get fooled, like no joke. I get fooled by the VOD playing from earlier today. That's how natural it sounds on the speakers. Oh, you gonna become a dad? Dude. Exciting. Everybody says this, but yeah, everybody says this. But be fucking prepared. Be prepared. Meaning, if you're gonna get like a crib or a child seat or whatever things like strollers and whatnot, and all the baby gear, if she wants a breast pump, everything you can think of, clothes, everything. And if you have a big freezer, cook food. Cook so much food, like every single square centimeter of your fridge, leftover food. Because the first 4 weeks, you're gonna love having it. And if you have friends and family living close, like if they ever ask if they can do something for you, food. I'm promising you, buddy, I am the same. And I thought like, oh, baby proofing the cupboards, or I mean doing this, doing that. We can get that as we go. No. Holy fucking shit. The first 4 weeks is chaos. Awesome chaos. And what I'm saying is, if you have everything ready, you can just enjoy it. There's no stress. You can be there for her, and you two can both enjoy the time. But if you have to be the dad who runs around and fixes things, you're gonna leave her to be just completely alone. The first year, you can expect the baby to sleep about 1 to 3 hours at a time. Meaning that she, if she's the primary caregiver, will never sleep more than 3 hours per year.
You wanted to bribe, bribe someone.
That means that, like, if you, for example, take the baby so she could get 8 hours of sleep every 2 days at least, or every day, would be perfect. But like, it is a more challenging thing than I could ever imagine. It's not difficult, but it's so exhausting. And I remember the first couple of days, I was thinking like, how the hell can someone trust us with a child? How can you just give us a baby, send us off from the hospital, and be like, yeah, take care of it? That felt wrong. It felt like you should have some sort of license or something to have babies. But no, it's cool. You can just do it. Like if you can coast with work, so you can focus more on the family for the first year, that would be fantastic. But not a lot of people can do that. For our son's first year, I was the stay-at-home dad. Both of us was home for 2 months. And then Siri went back to work. And I stayed up at night, and she pumped during the day, and I bottle fed him at night. So he woke me up once every 2 hours on average. And then we spent 15 minutes or so heating the milk and feeding him. And then we went back. So we were awake for maybe half an hour every 2 hours. And then he fell back asleep. But I am very slow at falling asleep. Good night. So I was awake 1 hour every 2 hours or so. And I think I gained 30 kilos of stress weight. Awesome. When you sleep, there's a chemical being put out by your nervous system that hinders you from being hungry. And when you don't sleep more than 2 hours at a time at most, that doesn't happen. So to get through, like, food is your choice, like food is what you do to survive. It's very common. Plus, already when you know, this is really fascinating, when you know your wife is pregnant, either through just a shared knowledge of it, or if it's some sort of pheromone, your body starts putting on fat. Because when, evolutionary speaking, back in 2,000, 5,000 years ago, whatever, when food wasn't so readily available, the newborn mother needed all the food you could gather for the family. Meaning that it was very common for men not to eat almost anything for the first year of the baby's life, because the baby and the mother got everything. So there's a function in our body that's still active today, that when your wife gets pregnant, you have a tendency to put on weight. Scientifically proven. Like, it's a thing. So like the whole dad bod, it's a natural phenomenon. But like most of it happens after. If you're a person who eats. Because even after the baby is born, when you eat, the body converts more of it to fat than it would otherwise. It's just really, really wild. Her shift is ending now. Awesome. And like everybody says about you, enjoy the time you have both before and after, because life is just so fucking short, and you realize that when you get a kid. It's the most life-changing experience I've had, and it's the most awesome experience I've had. Dude, I can't wait to hear your stories, if you'll ever have the time to come by. I'm not sure. See you next time. Chat, should we go on a walk? I think we shall. Ooh, coffee first, and then a walk, okay? This was so delicious. Let me get the modem right away. So when I want to leave the house, right? I grabbed my little modem pack and I put it on the rig. Oh shit, I put it on upside down. No, never mind, I haven't. You guys can see this too, I think, if the cable is long enough. So it's got slots here on the vest to put the modem. And you just plug the network cable in and you have internet. But I don't carry this around because it's added weight, and the Wi-Fi is good enough for the whole property. So I don't do that. Let me just double check. This is a new installment, so I just want to double check that we're active. We are. There might be a tiny hiccup because I clicked the button. We'll see. Connected. Maybe. Oops. Ah, now it worked. We might have lost a frame or two there. But I hope we're still up. Let me just double check. Yes. Yes, we're still running. Cool. Normally this is already set up, so I don't have to sort of activate it midstream. It's just a matter of plugging it in, but I forgot to turn the feature on. Oh no, did you lose literally 2 frames? Oh, that was good. Yes, can you suit up? Chill out there for a second. Okay. Did. All right. Sweet. I'm not used to the antenna module. Pokes out quite a bit. It's not uncomfy, but I only need it when I go outside. But it is better without it, that I'll have to say. We shall get a pair of headphones as well. Figure we can listen to a podcast and take a hike. Huh. And if I don't want it to stick out that much, I can put it on the other side of the brace. The reason I put it there is when I put my jacket on over the whole system, I'm thinking that this is going to be more comfy. This is my theory. Oh, it works. I think it's going to be great. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to charge my phone, so we got to bring a power bank. But that's okay. I want to get a smaller power bank than that one though. This one will do. We also got to figure out the flashlight situation. Should we do a harness? I think we have to. Because wearing a head mount that doesn't fly. So let's go harness mounted. It would be optimal to have both head mount and harness mount. That'd be fantastic. To think for a second there what I wanted. And now I need a quarter 20, 2 quarter 20 adapter, or a ball head, honestly. Might be overkill. See how many shims we'll need. Maybe no. Maybe no shims. Oh dude, that's perfect. Maybe slightly too tight, but we can do that. Oh right. Someone did not think this through. We also need a mount. Will we need a special mount? I don't think. Let's do a long screw. That ought to work. Might become a little weeble wobbly, but yeah, we might go for a lower profile mount. Let's try it. Like just a normal flat mount probably has enough articulation. Yep. Yeah, it's gonna be good. So the disadvantage with this light is it doesn't give us the reach we kind of want. In the future, we might be able to get a headlamp that lights further away than this does. This is more like the general area around me kind of deal. Pair of headphones, so we can listen to a podcast together. Well, I guess it's unnecessary to collapse the base. In the tripod corner you go. Are we ready to leave? I think so. Let's grab some more water. Oh, we were gonna do coffee. We'll do it when we get back. If at all. Oh yes, and a different power bank. Oh, I kind of would want a different charger as well. Did I use it for this setup? That didn't work. I was trying to set up a different streaming setup before we went live today, and it was a failure. Yes. Because it fits my pockets a bit better. Let's use this one. Kinda would be nice with some phone holder for chat. Not gonna lie. Let's switch to that power bank. I mean, I'm not sure the weight is a difference. I might even argue that this is lighter. It's definitely more powerful. Well, you say it's green? Oh, it hasn't. Is it connecting? Probably. Now I'm worried. Sure, I only charged the battery for a short moment. And these batteries are mighty powerful. But full? Well, that seems... It says it's 18 volts. I hope it's not. I think this meter might be drunk. Dude, that looks funky. It's been warning for being out of battery for a bit. You might have finally gotten the best of it. .58. That is fully charged. I mean, to the point where the light should light green. You can still take some more. Just push the pixels in there. Just shove them in. Okay. Headphones. And still have the output, the Mac Mini. And all the way over here. And just make sure they're on. Right, I just realized the thing. I'm gonna have to offload the episode we're listening to. Oh, we need some comedy. That's gonna be great. Download. Duncan is a funny fuck. And I think it's gonna be quite quick to download, but can't leave before that. Oh yeah, it's gonna be super quick. Let's put on shoes in the meantime. Is it raining outside? No. Well, a drizzle, but that we can survive that. I hope. The setup isn't really waterproof, but I think we'll be fine.
Thanks for the raid.
We're getting raided. Thanks for the raid. Offline mode. Let me check. Good cooking formula. How are you doing? Thank you for the rain. That made me realize my lens is probably dirty. Should use the kitchen towel to clean it. Then we'll put away the leftovers of our glorious chicken curry. Might have made it worse. I think it's better. Of our glorious chicken curry that we made. Right, let's switch category. Hope you had a good stream. To, I guess, traveling outdoor, right? So this segment of the stream is going to be about listening to a podcast together, getting some exercise in my body. If you are in a situation where you also can take a walk with me. It's going to be fantastic. You are going to love it. You missed the cooking. There's cooking every day.
Thanks for the follow.
Every day. So you'll not miss that next time, though. So this is sort of a stream where I'm letting you guys take part in my life, and we do whatever we need doing. Sometimes we have time to play video games. Sometimes we have to cook and clean. Sometimes we go.
Thanks for the follow.
Sometimes we do renovation. Sometimes we build things. I'm a massive tinkerer who loves to weld and build and create. Mostly technical stuff. The antennas are pointing upwards, even with the jacket on. Not gonna need gloves. Oh, flashlight. It is nighttime after all. clean the floors. And I have this dilemma. Either I leave the lights on by the stove, or I make the floor slightly dirty. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do it. These are 50 watts, can't leave them on. Oh no, all the lights are on. Oh man, don't tell my wife. She don't care, it's me who cleans. Is the flashlight working? Can you guys see anything? You might as well turn it off. Why leave the lights on when we leave? We could put this in the car, so we have a little bit more space in the hallway. So we're gonna take a walk and we're gonna listen to a podcast together. And if you're in the position where you can take a walk, slightly raining. That's acceptable. Oh, you're making leave. Computer's like, I can roam between 4G and Wi-Fi. Stream is like, yep, it's all good. But the phone, not so much. Apparently. We'll get it connected. We'll start it. The episode is 3 hours long. And we could be going for that long. Though that is not my intention. Sometimes, sometimes the episodes are just so good that you want to keep going, Let's restart the app completely. One device connected. Oh, sweet. We can probably turn down the bitrate a little bit. We don't have to stream at 8K when we're out and about. Something I could have thought of before. Are we back with sound this time? I'm optimistic. Still weird. We're not getting the kind of speeds we should be getting, which is weird. You know, life is an adventure. Things are not always like we want them to be. I mean, it's probably the time of day where most people are watching Netflix on 4G modems, right? We lower the amount it's trying to push out to 3K, hoping that will change things. Because I'm expecting to have like 15 megabits or something, so I don't really know why we're struggling with pushing 3. It could be that I have it set to be like fully redundant, meaning that it's trying to upload the same stuff on both of the connections, and that would definitely not be a thing. It's set to speed plus. I think that's what we want. Yeah, that's what we want. So that shouldn't be our issue, but it's weird. Because I definitely expect twice the bitrate at this point. But as long as it works, right. See if we can hear La Musica. Your episodes. Are we in offline mode? Let's see. Oh, it might be loud. It's only half volume. Hello? Surely it was finished downloading. This one. Remove download. Remove from your library. Play. Are you just refusing? Can I play anything? To play that? And I can play that. Sweet. Let's see volumes. turn myself up a bit. And I think we can turn up the podcast for you guys too, right? Should we go that?